terrific evening. Look at Old Town there. The historic city of Boston is our backdrop tonight. Welcome, folks. Thanks for tuning in to 2K Sports for the latest presentation of our NBA basketball. Kevin Harlan here along with Steve Smith, Greg Anthony, David Aldridge on our sideline. It's our pleasure to welcome in the sports guy, Bill Simmons, to our broadcast for a Hey, Dave.
Well, the maturity and poise of a young Jason Tatum has often been talked about. Maybe that's because his parents prepared him for the NBA from an early age in St. Louis. They had pretend press conferences using a hairbrush as the microphone. As you can say, he's been groomed for this, and it's paying off. Guys?
Yeah, they dotted every I and crossed every T. David, thank you. And a little spring cleaning now. Let's see what stays and what's gone in the new power rankings. Taking a look at Boston. They're stuck in the same spot, but still a top 10 team.
And checking out Chicago, they've experimented with a lot of options this season, but at some point you are what you are. And that's a pretty good basketball team moving forward.
Now let's take a look at the Bulls' opening lineup. Markin and Carter are up front. B out there with Levine, and it's Hutchinson in at the 3. And for the Celtics, Walker and Brown, they're manning the backcourt. Jason Tatum is out there with Williams, and it's Cantor in at center. In watching Jaylen Brown, sometimes, you know, Billy looks like a future star. Other times, he struggles. Now, he's only a couple years into this league, and I get that, but what do you think he needs to do to gain more consistency with his game?
I'm actually a huge Jaylen Brown fan. The last 4 months of the season, he became a really good two-way player. And I think the model for him potentially is Paul George, because he had a lot of the same checkpoints that Paul George did. Paul George is somebody that the first couple of years of his career didn't go to the line very much, which I always like to look at to see, especially with a forward, if they're going to actually become a real scorer, you want those free throw attempts to be kind of in the 7, 8, 9 range. Jaylen Brown doesn't get to the line. But Paul George didn't either. And I think he's such a good athlete. He's a really smart basketball player. I think he plays hard. I think that was a weird situation that he was in last year. And he was one of the only ones that got better as the year went on.
He plays hard. You saw something in his eye. I don't think he liked coming off the bench.
He didn't. I think he's really good.
Pass to Carter. Stolen by Cantor. Here's Walker. Makes it off the glass.
Just good, aggressive drive from him that time. Found a hole in the D and went straight to the rim.
And the pass to B. That's good, and it's Levine with the assist. Bill, you look at the awards given out by the league. Most have been around for a while. But is there any award that you'd like to add? Something that's not being touched on in terms of high performance and success?
I think that there should be a playoff MVP. I made this case in my book.
That's a great idea.
There's always like a best guy in every postseason, and I would like to see who that would be. And it's pretty easy to go backwards and figure out who it was. I did that. Just go backwards and have all the backstory of who it should have been, but then going forward, now here are the ones we're adding. I would like to see that. I would also like to see a best bench celebration award, because certain teams just have these guys. They're good at pointing. They're good at fist pumping. First guy during the timeout running over.
Chest bumps.
They have handshakes.
All of it, yeah.
They're waiting at the scorer's table before the game to do the special handshake with each guy. I feel like that guy deserves some shine. Last year, DeAndre Jordan, I think, was one of the first guys I remember who was just great at this before he started playing. Late 2000s clips. I was like, man, this guy's really, he's not playing, but he's really figuring out how to affect the game.
Good. And out of bounds as the Bulls gain possession. And a chance to take a look at some numbers for Brown.
And it's striking how much his three-point shooting has improved this month. His long-range percentage is coming up, and that's going to give them a lift as a team. You can never have enough reliable threats from beyond the arc.
Bill, if you were just hired as a GM, which franchise would you model your approach after?
I really like what the Clippers did the last couple of years when they realized they didn't have quite enough to win the title. And instead of just being beholden to being darn close but not quite, they actually like blew it up and tried to figure out how to create cap space, find some young players,
And still stay competitive.
build
So
the
they kept the
nucleus.
momentum of their franchise.
Yeah, they stumbled into a situation where they had a lot of flexibility no matter what. I think the Celtics before them did the same thing in the mid-2000s. They're just trying to find assets and figure it out on the fly. That's the approach I would use. I would never fully commit one way or the other to anything. The goal is to try to accumulate assets and figure out what you have. And I think the smartest teams do that.
And once he got to the 10, I think he was surprised to find himself that wide open.
Wow, that's a defensive breakdown. Can't do that against good scores.
And a wide open look for Walker. Off target from three-point range. And Enes Kanter picks up the foul. That is his first foul of the game. Boston making some changes. Daniel Tice is checked in for Enes Kanter. Gordon Hayward comes in for Williams. And Marcus Smart is subbed in for Jaylen Brown. The Bulls also changing it up. Young comes in for Lauri Markkanen. And Porter subbed in for Chandler Hutchison.
Man, he has been locked in this quarter, shouldering the load at the offensive end.
Here's Walker. Carter pulls it in.
Out of character for him to miss that shot. Maybe just a little too casual there.
Bill, if you're building a franchise from scratch, which one current player would you begin with or build around?
Probably Giannis, because he's
Still
turning
young enough
25
and
this
you're-
year. I still feel like the ceiling of what he's going to do is go up as he becomes more of a shot maker. He's really durable, which I think is underrated. Like, he's just built to play basketball. There's certain guys like that. I think Kevin Garnett was like that. Tim Duncan was like that. Just guys who you just know are going to be around for 17, 18 years. The way I like to watch the running styles, and the game just comes so easy to him. He's so athletic and really cares and is really competitive and just wants to do this and win at basketball. That's what I was thinking.
We'll see if they can finally hold on to a lead. It's been back and forth all night.
Both teams putting forth their best efforts right now. This is the kind of game fans pay to see. Well, what did Coach tell us? He wanted each guy to contest shots and rebound tonight. That's exactly what we just saw.
It's deflected. Walker against Levine. Shots good by Walker.
I love his shot selection today. He set the bar for the rest of the team.
And the first time out of the game called for Chicago. Their last encounter was in Chicago.
And it was pretty much a cakewalk for them the last time these two squared off and had a clear advantage.
Austin with the ball. 5-point lead, the biggest of the game. And Bill, when you yourself get out on the court, is there a player you try to channel or emulate, try to visualize in your mind?
You mean when I'm playing pickup?
Yes, yes.
Oh, well, now, at this point in my life, it's Davis Bertans. Is that how you say his name?
Davis Bertans.
Davis Bertans?
Yeah, yes. What a great stroke. I mean,
I emulate all stretch fours and
Yes.
don't guard anybody.
Yeah.
That's who I am at this point in my life. I run from three-point line to three-point lines.
you stay in the perimeter.
Yeah.
Don't tangle up inside.
My free throw attempts are 0
Yep.
because I don't go to the line.
Just fire away.
And I want you to know I'm there to make an open jump shot. And don't ask me to do anything else, please. I'll set some picks.
Yeah. You are. You're a great
I'll
screen
set
setter.
some picks.
You're a great pick and roll. Down is the 2 with Tatum at the 3. Williams is out there with Enes Kanter. And it's Walker in at the 1. That's who's in the game for the Celtics. Now let's go to the sideline and catch up with our Hall of Famer, David Aldridge.
Hey, Kevin. B in that last game against the Magic had a huge game. He finished with 32 points, and his defensive intensity helped set the tone, as he made sure to involve his guys on the other end. A very solid stat line for him in what was a terrific outing. And you know he wants to keep the momentum going, Kevin.
Okay, David, thanks. It'll be interesting to see, Greg, how much of that performance carries over to tonight.
And Kevin, different scenarios call for different measures. I'm sure he'll just try to provide whatever they need for the win.
Well, that's what it means to be unselfish, putting the team's interests first. As you say, he just wants to come away with the W.
Here's Hutchison. A miss that time would have put him up.
Okay, that's frustrating. You work hard to get these open looks. You know he liked that one back.
Bill, you study pop culture. The 2K Esports League is a phenomenon right now, which is sweeping the country. Do you think that's going to alter the perception of gaming in any way?
Yeah, I would say it has one of the best chances of any esports league to succeed because people just love basketball. And you can feel it there in the offseason. The shift in basketball content and the fact that it's now a 12-month-a-year sport for us. And now it goes from the playoffs to the draft to where people going in free agency. And then that plays out for a month, and then something else will happen. All of a sudden, it's August.
Summer leagues are
summer
coming
leagues
up.
happening, and then all of a sudden the season's close, and then you just kind of recycle, and it's a 12-month-a-year sport.
That's right.
Nothing went right on that offensive possession except the result.
Bulls trail by 4. Here's B. A second chance effort, and the nice bucket inside from Markkanen. Markkanen's got 6.
For a stretch 4 who spends a lot of time on the perimeter, Markkanen does hacking the offensive glass.
And the whistle blows. It's going to be on B. So that will be his second foul of the game. We're in the bonus, and we'll go to the line to shoot 2. That's good from Walker. Bill, I wanted to go back to what you were talking about with the 2K League, and you mentioned how basketball has grown into essentially a 12-month-a-year sport.
For me, a 2K Esports League just makes sense. It fits into that. I think people love the players. I think they care about these athletes, in basketball, so much more than the other sports. And for me, it's really gratifying because I've loved basketball my whole life. And for a while there, when I grew up as a kid, they were tape delaying the finals. And, you know, it was like the second-tier league. And now to see how popular it is and how much people love it, it's just, I feel like I was in early. I'm sure you do too.
Absolutely. I mean, when Magic Johnson is a rookie and starting at center in Game 6 in Philadelphia, yes.
And it was tape delayed.
And it was tape delayed.
My beloved Boston Celtics won the 1981 title, and it was on tape delay in Boston. And I went to bed, and my dad woke me up to watch the game for me. And it's not even 40 years ago. So I think the other thing that really helps with the 2K Esports League is that these guys play 2K, the actual players.
Right.
They
care about it.
They care about it. They have an incredible amount of time on their hands because they're too famous and they can't go anywhere. So they're in hotel suites. They're bringing with the PlayStation or Xbox with them. They're playing their friends. They're playing each other online. And this is what they're doing all day.
Okay, time now for an injury report.
Hey guys, the Celtics head athletic trainer gave me an update. He's calling it a high ankle sprain, and he told me that he's currently in extreme pain. He'll have to sit the rest of this one out, and it's unclear how much longer he'll be out afterwards. Kevin?
David, thanks for checking in. On top of it is all.
It's interesting. Even with the advancements in strength and conditioning, injuries continue to impact the game.
And we're seeing that across all sports. Guys are just getting bigger, faster. The human body can take only so much.
Bill, we so appreciate you stopping by, spending some time with us. Always feels like there's so much more to talk about, which means we got to get you back here, if you don't mind.
Yeah.
We'll look forward to that.
Yeah, that'd be great.
And, Steve, you get the sense that no NBA topic is off limits when you talk to Bill Simmons.
He gets the discussion going, whether you agree or disagree with him. That's part of what makes sports fun, having those debates. And sometimes we get to see the players in the debate on the court.
That's tipped.
A good board there, Kevin, but overall they're getting slightly out-rebounded.
White against Smart. Passes it to Wanamaker. To the inside. Poirier lays it up and in off the pretty assist. Poirier's got the lead up to 10 now for the Celtics. Kemba Walker firing on all. Thanks, David. And we'll be back shortly following halftime to get the third quarter underway. And we've got third quarter of basketball for you. 2 quarters in the books. What a game we're seeing from Kemba Walker.
His play so far is what fans love about him. He has gone right at the defense time and time again.
And not standing around, not settling for perimeter shots. He's looking to attack.
And tipping off the second half. Here's Jim Boylan's 5. Markkanen and Carter are up front. Zach LaVine is out there with B. And it's Hutchinson in at the small forward position. And Smitty, with all that he's been through, you can't question Zach LaVine's love of the game.
You're so right. It's crazy to think LaVine wasn't even a starter in college, but he's worked so hard to improve. The way he has fought back from injuries and continually dedicated himself to the game, something to admire.
And the whistle blows. It's going to be on B. And that'll be his 3rd foul so far. Pass to Walker. 6 on the shot clock from about 19 feet. That one goes in. Walker's got 22 points.
And that is how he rolls. A prolific scorer. Walker's been calling his own number tonight.
Here's B, and he knocks down the jumper.
And boy, he's really in a groove. Dominant performance last game. Same thing this time out.
Here's the thing. He's a guy who will go on hot streaks for you over a number of games.
And here's Tatum for 3. Rebound by the Bulls. B, guarded by Walker. Releases. And he overshot that one, missing.
And that is the exact type of opportunity this offense is looking to create.
You know, if you get the ball to the right guy in the right spot, more often than not, you're coming away with points.
B, the pass to Carter. Basket counts. Carter's got his 2nd basket of the night.
Wendell did this against high-level college competition. Consistently showcased the ability to score with efficiency.
Here's Walker. Good from the moment it left his hand. That makes him 10 for 14.
Man, just adding insult to injury. He just waltzes inside and extends this lead.
An uncontested shot at the rim. You have to compete at all times.
Outside Tatum. Wants to get it to Brown and does. And 2 free throws coming up. Unable to get that one to go with all the contact. It's on Zach LaVine.
I admire the energy that Brown plays with. So great at getting to the line.
He's getting his first free throw attempt of the night right now.
And of course, we'd all like to see his percentage at the line improve, but he just does not have the touch right now. He's in the 60s.
Marcus Smart's checked in for Williams. So Chicago going with an almost entirely new grouping. Marjanovic checked in for Carter. Murray comes in for Markkanen. Valentine's checked in for Chandler Hutchison. And Satoransky subbed in for LaVine. Smitty, every team has its leaders, either official or unofficial. What's expected, in your opinion, out of a team captain?
Well, I think leadership. Also have the same, voice of the coaching staff and organization, and also the voice of winning. I think if you have a leader that can do that, sometimes that leader's vocal, sometimes that leader leads by example, but you usually know who that is.
And the 2nd free throw, good. Well, we're into the 3rd quarter, just over 2.5 minutes played. From deep, Walker. And the 3 ball is good. Walker's got 27.
And this is where Walker thrives, an assertive long-distance shooter.
Here's B.
And Kevin, even though they're down, he's still looking to do the spectacular, and he did.
Well, maybe this is the best time to do it. Walker's got space. The rebound by Marjanovic.
Missed opportunity, wide open from mid-range. He would love to get that one back.
Now the fast break. Tatum with the ball. A three-pointer off the mark.
It's amazing. All night he's been out of sync on the offensive end, yet they continue to lead.
B the pass to Murray. Valentine with it. Brown's there. B is covered by Cantor. Here's Marjanovic. 2 free throws coming up, and they call the shooting foul. That's on Enes Kanter.
And I like the fact that the defense is looking to protect the rim.
Off the inbound pass, and the Bulls with another miss. Celtics leading by 16. A moment now to reset the lineups. Brought to us by Gatorade. All fueled up here for the fourth quarter. On the floor for Boston. Tatum and Hayward make up the 2 forward spots. Walker and Brown, they're manning the backcourt. And it's Cantor in at the 5 down low. And he gets the bucket.
That's a well-timed, well-coordinated play. Comes right off the pick for the lay-in.
Here's B.
Oh, let's go home. That was just ridiculous.
I do not remember the last time I saw a dunk like that in a game. And it's Walker with the ball, bringing it up for the Boston Celtics. They get a hand on it. And they're moving it up. Here's B. Oh, my goodness.
Did you see
what
that
a play.
One, Kevin? Unbelievable.
That's the only thing that's going to get them back into this game, if there's still even a chance.
Here's Markkanen. And the Bulls tack on 2 more.
Well, and it took a terrific effort at both ends to sustain this run.
They've shown a lot of heart, a lot of fight, and they're close to taking the lead.
Shooting foul as the whistle blows. He'll shoot 2 free throws.
Well, you have to give credit to Kemba Walker, who has always found ways to improve his game year after year. Has worked on that shot and tool set enough where he can now be a handful to defend for any guard.
Good on the second free throw. And with Walker, as he has progressed as a player, you know, Greg, so has his leadership.
And Kemba has been a natural leader for so long during his time. When your leader puts in the work that Kemba does, it has to inspire the rest of that roster.
It's a +5 advantage for them in rebounding after that one.
The shot's good from Gordon Hayward.
And the skills of Brown, not just a super athlete, but a tremendous floor general as well.
Outside, Levine. And there's the pass to B. Shoots from 8. Here's Carter. And even after 2 offensive rebounds, they just can't get the lid off. Brown wide open. He fires. Offline with his 3. Bulls trail by 13. Levine passes to B. Rebound, Boston. Hayward's got his 4th rebound in this one. There's Walker with the 3. Knocks down the 3 ball. Walker's got 11 in the second half.
Down the stretch, this is when they need him the most, and he is delivering.
Goes up on the high post. No good. Shot missing. And it's Boston the other way.
I mean, all period, it's been a struggle for him scoring the ball.
B, guarded by Walker. Here's B. And foul on the shot. He'll shoot 2 at the free throw line. Steve, we're seeing teams around the league putting up a lot of 3-point shots. I'm sure you would have enjoyed playing in this era so much with that green light shooting 3.
I would, Kevin. Getting a chance to shoot maybe 5 or 6 more 3-point field goal attempts takes your numbers up. But I also think a lot of these teams are copycats. Everybody can't shoot the 3. Work on your game and what's best for you.
And he gets it to go.
He has definitely shown up to play
He's done his part, really just trying to battle his team back into it.
A free throw is off from B. Celtics leading by 12. Here's Brown. And the call on the shot that sends him to the line. It's on Zach LaVine.
And the vertical that Brown has is pretty impressive, as relentless a finisher as you'll find in our league.
The Bulls shooting at 44%, pretty reasonable. Down low, uses both hands to slam it down.
Now that's what I call a momentum changer.
Yeah, when you've got a point guard with that kind of spring, no lead is safe.
You're totally right. That can be a shot in the arm for them. A spark that turned things around.
Count that one. And that's now 33 points for Kemba Walker.
And those are the kinds of plays that are just killing them right now.
Kicks it to Markkanen. Pass to Hutchison. Here's B. Got a hand on it. Tatum deciding where to go with it. Pass to Canner. Now here's Walker. He's covered closely. Back to Canner. Shot clock at 5. The Celtics working the ball around now. And Canner throws it down.
A young guy with maturity, awareness, and a feel for the game. Tatum is special.
Here's B. And he says right back at you with a big dunk of his own.
And once he got up in the air, he just decided, you know what, I'm going to stay here for a while. I'm going to hit you with a little float. Float on. And then finally takes it down for the finish.
You mentioned the floaters on this. Absolutely. Good reference. Good reference. Time called here. The Celtics decide to talk it over. Well, we were just talking about this, Steve, as the game of basketball always evolves. You look at the WNBA now. The quality of play there is terrific.
The talent level in the WNBA is at an all-time high. I love watching and gaining some tricks on how they play the game. And also, Kevin, athletically, there's a lot of young ladies being able to dunk the basketball now.
Absolutely amazing. You're right, Steve.
And they have been relentless from deep. And you see the defense trying to react, but to no avail.
You know what? They talked about this at halftime, and they're doing a better job of creating space.
Carter, the pass to B. That's in there. Carter with the assist. B's got 41.
Beautiful find by Carter. Sees the floor really well for a young big.
Brown with it. Now guarded by B. And finished off by Brown.
And this is going to end in a lopsided victory. I love the tenacity and aggressiveness, as well as the ability to close. You really got to give it up here for the Celtics.
We got to see a display of offensive prowess in this one that got it done. High-scoring game.
Bucket after bucket. They were really in attack mode all game long.
And on the year, looking at their record, this game will make it 49 wins.
And this victory will draw them even in the season series as it comes to a close.
And you know, looking back at all the contributions tonight, it was a really phenomenal all-around game for Walker.
You know, he was flying around on both ends of the floor. Terrific energy and enthusiasm, and that rubbed off on his teammates. I thought he was a catalyst tonight.
Guys, a good chance for them to slow it down.
Yeah, they definitely should use some clock here.
He kicks to Tatum. Brown the pass to Tatum. Pulls from the top of the key. That one goes. Count it. And the Celtics lead by 14.
Impressive job by the players, coaches, and don't discount the impact of these fans.
They gave the team tremendous energy tonight. The fans were fantastic. It was a true home court advantage.
Taking no chances, they go on one last run to seal the deal.
Not messing around at all. They were focused, relentless, and they got the job done.
And so the Celtics now can just hold on to the ball. And so it's Boston easily grabbing this one. They won this game going away. They were the better basketball team by far tonight.
And you got to commend this sort of dominance, particularly here at home. It's a great feeling when you play almost a perfect game and to have that crowd be so pumped up.
And that